What time is it? Gizmo, you take the remote? No, I can't never find that job. Who is here? Who is here? Hey, Essie. Hey, Lady K. Hey, Phyllis. Oh, that's sweet. Why they saying sweeter than it normally is? I don't have nothing to talk about. Not a thing. Not nothing. I gotta see my dermatologist because something is going on with my back. Seriously, my back be itching like something crazy. And if y'all see these back scratchers at the dollar store, don't buy them. Okay? This is not good because it's too flexible. It Oh, wait a minute, y'all. They're talking about it on TMZ right now. The dog abuse thing is on TMZ. They're showing the whole video on TMZ. She slapped him first. She slapped the shit out of that poor dog and then spit on him and then pushed him across the room. Yeah, this ain't gonna end well for her. They probably gonna take that dog from her because if this incident made TMZ, it's gonna make it to the news too. I hope they do put her in jail. I hope they do because they show arrested Mike Vick ass on them dog fighting charges. He went to jail. He went to jail, served his time, and people are still calling Mike Vick a dog abuser, an animal abuser. He can't come up out of that. Mike Vick can't live that. He cannot live that situation down. He served time behind that shit. So why she don't have to go to jail? She should go to jail too. Lock her ass all the way up and throw the whole key away. Treat her just like shit. I'm tired of white privilege. I'm tired of white people getting away with shit just because they white. Lock her ass up too. Take her dog, lock her up, talk about her like a dog and everything the way they did Mike Vick. Shit. At least Mike Vick wasn't hitting the dogs and spitting on them and stuff. This woman slapped the shit out of her dog and spit on him. Dog didn't even know what is going on. I'm trying to be your friend. They dogs can't help it because they have a whole lot of energy. A big dog like that don't need to be in an apartment anyway. They need to be moving around. They need to be able to get up and run and, do what they want to do. That's the wrong breed of dog for her anyway. You could tell she don't have no dog experience. Just like when Taylor Goldblatt purchased that Pomeranian. He wanted a teacup Pomeranian. He purchased the Pomeranian, didn't know shit about dogs. I could tell he didn't know nothing about dogs. And he ended up having to sell that dog because it was too much for him. I mean, he was talking about putting the dog in the bathtub sometimes because he just didn't want to deal with the dog because, he would put the dog in his bed. The dog would pee in his bed and stuff. If the dog ain't trained, yes, dogs will pee. A dog will pee on you. A dog will sit right in your lap and pee if they're not trained. They don't know any better. Taylor had to end up getting rid of his dog. He sold the dog to somebody, and I was so happy when he got rid of that dog because that was not a good fit for him. And this young lady don't need a dog. Not only do she not need a job, I don't understand how she still has 300,000 subscribers on YouTube. I don't get it. This cancel culture that we live in right now, y'all don't cancel stuff that makes sense. You cancel dumb stuff. Now this is who should be canceled. She should be canceled. YouTube should block her channel. Should not be letting her upload. Take away her monetization. And that would be that. She don't. She definitely does not need a dog. She don't need any kind of pet. Maybe a fish. Cause she ain't ready for no dog. That Sprite hecka sweet. It seems like it's sweeter than um normal. But every time I drink a soda, I have to have a water with it. Like I can't just drink soda and not drink nothing else. I have to drink water because it's so sweet that I have to have something to balance it out. Yeah, maybe she won't kill a poor fish. So he really just waited until I start doing my videos to want to be out there blowing them leaves and stuff. And I can't close my window because if I do, it's gonna get hot. Yeah, I don't get it. But I know one thing. I hope she I hope she get punished. I really do. I hope she get punished. Well, in this situation, because she's a big YouTuber and a whole lot of people have seen that video, people were contacting the police department to the point where the police was had to issue a statement on Twitter and was like, "We got it. Y'all can stand down." Cause y'all know now, if people do some shit, somebody else will report your ass. They was like, "We got it. We're going to investigate," and that's the kind of stuff you don't have no other choice but to investigate. They got to go out and investigate her, and they have that video. But she gonna lie and say that she, she does not believe what she did was abuse. That's abuse. You slap your dog, that's abuse. You spit on your dog, that's abuse. You can't even slap a human and not be in trouble. If you put your hands on a human, if you slap a human, that's assault. So, of course, if you slap a dog, that's abuse. Girl, she slapped the shit out that poor little dog. Slapped him like she was slapping a human and spit on him. Who spits on a dog, though? What type of person do you what type of person spits on an animal? Like, I'm so frustrated with you, Gizmo. I'm gonna spit on you. So what else have you done to that poor dog? If you slapping him and spitting on him, what else have you done? That's probably why the dog is so, wired. Cause she always probably hitting on him and stuff. That's probably why he acting out. You could tell we don't do shit to Gizmo because all he do is lay around and sleep. He don't bark. He don't do nothing unless somebody come through that gate or whatever. But other than that, you wouldn't even know I have a dog. He on his blanket. He just blends into the little blanket. He don't say nothing. Gizmo ain't doing too much moving around. Yeah, I know that her dog got to be nervous. I know her dog has a lot of anxiety, especially if she hitting him and stuff. Dogs do. They do get nervous. They have, anxiety. They stress out real easy. That's why I told y'all I don't take Gizmo to the groomer because he gets so stressed by like just the slightest thing will stress him out. And I don't like to take him to the groomer. The last time I took him to the groomer, they said he was shaking and they had a hard time getting him to come out the crate. Because when you take him to the groomer, they put him in the crate, and then when it's his time to be groomed, they tried to get him to come out the crate, and he wouldn't come. They didn't. Of course, they don't want to like put hands on your dog and be pulling on him and stuff because they can hurt him. And plus, the groomer was like, we wanted to wait until he felt comfortable enough to come to me on his own. because then that would make the grooming process easier. But it took them a while to get him out the crate because he didn't know them and he was scared. So no, I don't do that to him no more. After that situation happened, because it was the groomer where we had dropped him off and we were supposed to go back and pick him up at like a certain time. And they called and was like, "Oh, it's gonna take a little bit longer because we can't get him to come out the crate." And I was like, "Well, should I come get him? Do you want me to come?" They were like, "No, because if we're gonna be his regular groomer, we want him to get to the point to be able to come out, without you." And then I got stressed out. Cause I'm thinking, oh my God, my baby is unhappy. I don't want my baby to be there unhappy. I don't, want, and that was too stressful. That was stressful for me and him. So I couldn't do that. I can't, put him in a position where he's going to be stressed out. Cause I love my little gizmo. Yeah, I'm really surprised. I'm very, very surprised at this whole situation. Very surprised. Like, I would never have thought that for one thing, how did you accidentally upload a video like that? How? How do you accidentally upload a video of you abusing your dog? I think she uploaded, like TMZ said, I think she uploaded that video on purpose, not thinking, because she's crazy, that she was going to get this type of backlash. You have to be crazy not to think people are going to be mad because you abused an animal. And if you're that crazy, then you don't need a dog. I don't see how you accidentally upload a video like that. Cause you got to put a title. You gotta upload it. You gotta do a thumbnail, all that shit for the wrong video. Girl, you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing. Yeah. If they take that dog from her, that dog is going the next person that adopts that dog is going to have a hard time with him. For one thing, you can tell he's not trained. The dog is just, like all over the place. The next person that has that dog is going to have a hard time getting him to act, to train him. So whoever gets him is really either going to have to put him. I'm sorry, y'all. Um, is going to really have to put him in a place where he's really trained. Put him in a really good dog school, or they're going to have some problems. Because she didn't mess that dog up. Yeah, poor baby, he gonna be nervous as hell. He gonna be nervous. I would not want to. I wouldn't want to deal with him. After you find out that a dog has been, after you find out that a dog has been abused, after you find out that a dog has been abused, I don't know if I would even want to deal with that, because that dog is gonna take a lot of work. You know what I mean? It's not like Gizmo. I've had him since he was a puppy, and he didn't come to me already messed up. Cause see, wherever this dog goes, the dog is already almost a year old, close to a year old. Yeah, my youngest grandson got his first bike today. His big boy bike with his little training wheels and everything. He is too happy. So I'm gonna show y'all the. I'm not staying on long because uh, um I need a nap. Sit right here, girl. Are you dry? No, babe. So this is this is an interesting plant. When I first got it, almost killed it. Um, Beautiful plant, but it likes to be directly in the sun, like in the window, as close to the window as you can get it. And I almost killed it because I had it maybe about 10 feet from the uh away from the window, and that thing like to die. Is it still buffering? Is it still is it still buffering? Okay. Okay, so let's see what it says about the plant. It's called a Tradescantia. Moses in the cradle is a herb in the Comalici family. First described in 1788, it is a native to Belize, Guatemala, and southern Mexico, but widely cultivated as an ornamental and naturalized in parts of Florida, Texas, Hawaii, and various ocean islands. So it's more of a tropical um, type plant. So it said it has been called Moses in a boat lily, cradle lily, Moses in the bulrushes, and an oyster plant. Whatever you want to call them, these colorful plants, native to Mexico, the West Indies, and Central America, are easy to care for and have very attractive leaves. Moses and the cradle plants produce rosettes of long, waxy, sword shaped leaves that are glossy green or green purple or white striped on top and a rich purple on the underside. The very small white flowers tucked away in a purple boat shaped bract, but mine haven't flowered yet. Moses in the cradle houseplants, and it just says that they have many names. And it says these plants are considered poisonous and should be kept away from pets and children. That's if you um, don't eat it, okay? Moses and the cradle plants need very bright light, and that is true. Very bright light. Um, and it says it likes the soil to dry out before you water it again. And it can get spider mites or mealy bugs. I haven't had any problems with either of those, but uh, saying that it wants to be in bright light, it when I say it wants to be in bright light, it wants bright light. Like it wants to be in front of uh directly in front of a window. It wants to get direct sunlight, or you will not have big leaves like these. It will just, because this one had almost died back completely, but now you can see that it's growing. It's got all kind of babies coming in. So direct sunlight is where it likes to be. And I turn it every now and then. You could tell it's going this way because it's that was the direction that the sun is facing. So every now and then I'll turn it around so that the entire plant can get some sun. So it's one, two, three, four, five stems in this pot. So right now it's pretty dry. So I'm probably going to, oh yeah, it's real dry. So I'm probably going to water it today. But this is a beautiful plant. I love plants with colors. I love variegated, any type of variegated plant. I love, or plants that have, I love plants that have purple. If the plant got some purple in it, it will always get my attention. So I have two of those. It was one plant in a pot, and I thought I was getting ready to lose it, and I split it in half to see if that would save it. So I have two pots with that in it, and both of them are at um, the window that gets the most sun in the evening. I probably could take one of them upstairs and just see if it will um, grow any better up there, because my upstairs, the humidity is better. It stays warmer upstairs than it does down here, of course. So I might take one upstairs just to see the difference, because I do have one of my wandering Jews upstairs, and that one seems like it's growing faster than the one that I have down here, because the one upstairs gets the morning sun and the one down here gets the evening sun. So I might just take one of those upstairs and see. Um, I love finding out like what the names of these plants are, because it's so weird to me that a lot of my plants have these Christian undertones. Like I got that Moses in the cradle. I got a crown of thorns, a wandering Jew. All of those have like a biblical backstory. And I think that is so interesting. A lot of my plants have an underlying Christian undertone. Because the crown of thorns is supposed to be what the plant that they use to make the crown for Jesus' head. And I didn't know that until I brought it home. I just thought that it was an interesting plant. And then when I got it home and Googled it, and looked at the meaning, I was like, what? Because I never know what the backstory to these plants until I get them home and, Google, because I'm always going to Google the meaning and, Google how to take care of them and all of that kind of stuff. And then as soon as I get them home and look at the meanings, I get that. But I like that though. I like um, Googling the plants and um why I can't see how long I've been on here. Googling the plants and oh, it's right there. Right in your face, girl. Googling the plants and their meanings and stuff. That's really important to me. Hola, amigas. Hola. I have a neighbor um next door in the apartment complex next door, and they don't speak English, and she walks her kids to school in the morning around about the time sometime that I take Gizmo out. And she's been living over here for a couple of years now. And so whenever I see her, I'll be like, hola. And she always, hola, hola. And she always be happy. I have to be like, oh my God, she knows. I know a few Spanish words. I did take Spanish in the ninth grade. I don't remember too much Spanish, but I can say hi. Yeah, I never knew that a lot of those plants had those religious undertones either. I really didn't. And that the most of the names of the plants are in Latin. They're Latin names. Of course, they will give you like the English name, but the technical name for the plant is usually in Latin. And I hate when people do videos, but that's the thing. A lot of people when they get on here and they make these plant videos, they always make sure that they use like the technical name for the plants or like the real name for the plant and everything. And I just be like, call it a Hoya or a pothos. You don't have to go into all of that technical stuff. I'm like, do people think that make them? There's a hair. Do people think that make them sound smart or something? It's kind of irritating to me. I be trying to keep it simple. Oh yeah, aloe vera is good for your skin. Aloe vera is good for burns. Some people say it's good for eczema and psoriasis and all that stuff. It's good for sunburns. Oh, you grew up in Venezuela? Yeah, you could use that aloe vera. Some people use it and make a conditioner for your hair. A lot of people use the aloe vera. I like the aloe vera juice. You know, those aloe vera drinks that they sell like at the dollar store and 7-Eleven. I mean, they got them everywhere. I like the aloe vera drinks. Now this little baby, this is like two or three plants that I put in here, and it don't really look like it's doing that good. I mean, one part of it look like it's doing okay, like this little part right here. But this is a piece of okay, so this is a piece of the Hoya, a piece of the Wandering Jew, a piece of, and this part looks really limp. Oh yeah, this ain't even in here all the way. It look like it dried out. It don't look like it did good. I might cut that part off and try it again. And that didn't do good. That didn't work. Um, a piece of the lipstick plant and a piece of a philodendron Brazil. I'm just trying to see if I can get it to grow. Look like I just lost one piece, but I'm gonna cut that end off and see if I can get this part up here that's still alive to root. Or I might put this in some water. I might put that in some water and see if I can get it to root that way. But that's what I usually do. I'll take, pieces off of plants and put them in like a smaller container and get them to root. And then I got another plant, another whole plant. I do that with, as many of the plants as I can. That's how you build up your plants. Pinch off some of the plants you have and start you a new one. Because I've done that with all of my pothos. They all got babies. Oh yeah, a lot of people use that aloe gel for their locks. Well, you just gotta try. You know. Oh, you drink it in smoothies? Yeah, I mean, with plants, you just gotta try. You keep trying, you will eventually get them to grow for you. Is the plants are trial and error. With me, I've just gotten to the point now where if if a plant don't die, if a plant dies, then that's a learning experience for me. Like, what did I do wrong? Did I give it too much water? Was it in the wrong soil? I noticed that prayer plants don't do well, and a lot of people said that, because California is a hard water state, we do have fluoride and stuff in our water. And some people say that prayer plants are really sensitive to the fluoride in water. They do better with filtered water. So then that would mean I would have to buy bottled water just for my prayer plants. And I'm just not willing to go through all that. Then that's just one plant that I don't have to have. Even though I think they're gorgeous plants, I just can't, for whatever reason, I can't grow them. So I just move on and find the things that I can grow. I'm not about to stress myself out over one plant that won't grow. I move on and buy plants that do like me. I've been thinking about cutting my hair too. I done finally got to the point, and I was saying that I wasn't gonna cut it until I turned 60. But I think I'm at that point now where I'm just like, you know what? I can't do nothing with this hair. This hair is becoming too much. I dread washing it. I don't like washing it. It's just too much work. And I'm like, is it really worth it? I mean, just for long hair? Especially when I don't even wear it down that often because it's so long, it's so hot. So, I don't know. I was trying to wait until I turned 60, but I don't know if I want to wait that long. Girl, it's too much work. Killer said, I'm about to faint. Don't faint, girl. I ain't going to cut it right now. But I am really, really thinking about it. Really thinking of it. And this is the first time that I've really been thinking about it hard. And I know my husband is probably going to be like the same way. I know he's not going to want me to cut my hair. Dang, this whole thing dried out. I wonder if I can. I know he not going to want me to cut my hair. But I'm gonna have to take it all. Yeah, because that's no good right there. I'm gonna have to take it all the way up here because this is bad too. Where are my scissors? Gizmo. Oh, they're right there. That whole piece is bad. So I don't know, y'all. You gonna have to go back up in here, and I'm gonna have to get you some water. I told my husband, I'm like, look, we gonna have to hurry up and move because we live in the red zone. We live in an area where they won't deliver weed here, and I can't get my CBD delivered. So I got an attitude. I'm like, we live in a state where marijuana is legal, but they only deliver to certain areas. In the area that we live in, they don't deliver here. So I told my husband, that shit, that's grounds right there for us to move. I can't get my CBD delivered. We need to go. He was like, really, babe? Yes. Yeah. Okay. I think I got it back in there. I need to give it some water. I hope my philodendron is okay. I love that philodendron Brazil. I think it's growing. It looked like it's a new leaf coming in. What y'all talking about? Oh, you probably got fibroids, Phyllis. You probably got fibroids. Oh, we was talking about that dog situation. that girl that abused her dog, and I was talking about my plant, the plant. Oh, that's good. I'm glad your thyroid is good. Hey, Yardy, what you having surgery on? What you having what you having surgery on? If I cut my dread, and this I know this about to sound crazy, but if I cut my dreads, I'm gonna cut it to like a small afro, and then I just want enough hair that I can braid the colorful synthetic hair in there myself because I know how to braid. So I'll probably just do like box braids or whatever. Cut my dreads to do box braids. But see, the box braids won't be as long as my dreads. And then I can take them out and wash my hair whenever I want to. Oh, Hobbs and Shaw. I'm not into the whole Fast and Furious thing. That ain't my I'll probably see that when it come on HBO. You cut your dreads and you regret it. That's the only thing that I'm thinking. If I cut my dreads, I'm gonna regret it. I really think that too. I really do. That's why I was like, maybe I should just cut them shorter, but just keep them. Um, that's my worry. I don't want to cut them and then be mad. Hey, Cola Cola. You want to do an ancestral altar, but hubby is afraid because of Old Bay in Jamaica. Thank you, Yardy. Old Bay is like Jamaican voodoo, ain't it? Yeah. Just tell him it ain't voodoo. If it ain't voodoo, just tell him it's not voodoo. You honoring your ancestors. That's something that's totally different. Is he Jamaican? He wants you to wear a necklace and a bracelet. What does that mean? What does that mean? Hey Zara's Treats Kitchen. Yeah, the box braids are lighter, and it wouldn't be as I wouldn't make the box braids this. I wouldn't be sitting on them like I'm doing my dreads. It's nice here. It's windy. Not like super windy, but it's windy. It's a nice. I mean, it's a typical Bay Area day. We getting just a slight breeze, just enough to make it feel good. It ain't super super hot. Hey, a beautiful magic. It's just right. He asked, "Why can't I just do that?" I tried to explain it, but he went down this whole road about the ancestral altar being the beginning of something like obey in Jamaica. I told him that it's not. Mm. Well, that's kind of hard because I'm not gonna be with nobody that's not gonna let me do what I want to do. If I want to do it, I want to do it, and I'm not gonna allow you to tell me what I can and cannot do when it comes to my religious practice. But that's something that I talked to my husband about before we got married. He can't stop me from doing nothing that I want to do when it comes to religion. I can't stop him from. He can take on any religious practice that he wants, as long as it don't hurt either one of us. Then I'm good. Like I don't want him to take on some practice that he got to shoot me or try to take my blood or something. But as far as setting up altars or do what you want to do, because I'm gonna do exactly what I want to do. Y'all been married for 2 years, but been together for 4. Yeah, you just have to tell him, this is what I want to do, and I'm gonna do it. You can't stop me from practicing what I want to practice. What you can't stop my religious practice. This don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm gonna do it. And then we just gonna deal with it. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This is not gonna hurt you in any way, and I'm doing it. This is what I believe in. Because it's not fair for somebody to tell you what you can and cannot do when it comes to religion. That has always been um, my philosophy. But that's why, those things you need to be talking to the person before you get married. You know what I mean? What are some of your philosophies before you marry that person? You need to find out, what is their philosophy when it comes to religion. You don't get married and then, change the game. I already know how you feel about religion, how you feel about different religions before we get married. Yeah, that's difficult. When you love somebody and they're trying to keep you from doing things that you want to do, like that's is really not fair. Yeah, I'm not gonna ever allow somebody to tell me what I can and cannot do when it comes to religion. No, you're not gonna do that. You're not. So Cola said, ever since I found the Orishas, they have changed my life. They even healed my health. I love them. I owe them my life. The Orisha saved me before Jesus. And that is facts. Okay. Well, that's something that, you have to deal with your husband. You know, that's I couldn't. We all have certain things that we can and cannot deal with, and you know, I think everybody should have a freedom of religion. You should be free to practice and do whatever it is you feel comfortable doing. Because we in a free country, so why should you not be able to be free in your marriage? And we in a free country. That would be my thing. He would come home from work one day and I'd be and set my stuff up and he just have to deal with it. Because sometimes I believe men, they treat us a certain way because we allow them to. If they say don't do it and you don't, they tell you don't do something and you don't do it, then okay, well, he got control of you. Not me. Yeah, you're not gonna. Mm-mm. That ain't my thing. You're not gonna tell me what I can and can't do. Well, I would prove to him that it was no spirits, that it wasn't gonna be no spirits running around, because when he got home from work or whatever, I would set my altar up. I'm gonna make a believer out of you, just on the GP. And I'm one of them kind of people. Once you tell me I can't do something, then I have to do it. I have to do it. But I'm grown. You know what I mean? My husband would never tell me, no, you can't do that. Unless he know it's something that I could get hurt doing or something. Like he didn't really understand the whole CBD and vaping situation. He didn't understand it, and he knows that I have asthma, so he didn't want me to do it because he thought that that could potentially hurt me. But he never said you're not going to do it or you can't do it or I'm not gonna let you do it, because he knows that I'm an adult. I had a mind of my own before we got into this relationship, and we sat down and he explained to me, I don't want you to do anything that can hurt you, and that makes sense to me. Then I had to explain to him, it's not going to hurt me. I'm not going to be doing it all the time, not like these little crazy kids that be out here vaping and vape so much that they hurt themselves and stuff like that. One boy said he vaped a whole pod in a day and had a stroke. One boy said one boy was in the hospital. He had been vaping all day and his lung collapsed. But goddamn, you done vape a whole pod in a day? I I've been vaping this pod for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And they vape a whole pod in a day. That's why your ass had a stroke. Because they said that this is like a whole pack of cigarettes. So they be doing these in one day. This is equivalent to a pack of cigarettes. And I done had this for 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, I had started to like this. And my thing broke. So, and then I contacted the company, Jewel, and they don't want to replace it because I didn't buy it from the retail company. I purchased it from 7-Eleven. So they don't want to replace it. I'm like, you know what? So I don't even know if I want to buy another one. That damn thing was $20. Plus, they do have really bad reviews. Like a lot of people have had the same exact problem with their Jewel that I had. Either the battery will just die completely, like my battery won't charge. If it's sitting on the charger, it's saying that it's charged, but when you take it off, it don't have no life in it. And a lot of people, said that they've had the same problems with the Jewel. And I'm like, I'm not about to buy another one of them damn things. That's $20. And it only lasted like 3 weeks. Yeah, mine don't burn. It was like the first couple of times, like maybe the first 2 times that I vaped, I felt that uh burning like in my throat. Like the first couple of times I did it, I did cough, especially when I had the CBD one, like a real cough, like like a weed, like that weed cough. I had that cough. That was like maybe the first couple of times, but I've gotten used to it now. I like the mango. That was my favorite. I must not be one of those people that can get addicted to nicotine because even when I smoked cigarettes, I didn't smoke often. I think I'm one of the rare people that I don't get it. I don't get addicted to it. I just one day decided I'm not going to smoke no more cigarettes ever. And I just didn't. And people were asking me, how did you stop smoking? Don't buy them. You don't go to the store and buy them, you can't smoke them. I don't know. Maybe I'm just so crazy that I don't understand the whole addiction thing. Because it's not addictive for me. Because I haven't jeweled this week. It's broke. Shit. I can't do nothing. It's broke. And I ain't out here fiending. Oh, I gotta get us. Oh, I gotta. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. What was the flavor like for the blue? Because I was thinking about getting a blue. Was the flavor good? Because I only want the sweet ones in the CBD. Oh, it did. They got them at 7-Eleven. Cause I don't like going in smoke shops. I feel funny when I go in the smoke shop. I be thinking they're gonna be like, who let their grandma come in the smoke shop? I don't feel bad if I go in 7-Eleven, but when I go in the smoke shop, I'll be like, I can't do it. Because I be thinking they go, because when I went in the dispensary to get the CBD the first time, like I was the oldest person in there. I really felt like they was gonna be like, who granny is this? Come get your grandma. I ain't I ain't feel comfortable. I really didn't. So I don't like going there. Like I don't mind going if they have it at 7-Eleven, I'm cool. But I don't like going to dispensaries. I don't like that feeling. Yeah, I guess I am. I'm just like that. I stopped smoking. I just was like, I'm not smoking cigarettes no more. I don't want to do that. I got to the point where I really did not like the way they smell. I just didn't like it. And I just stopped doing it. In the store, the corner store, because we do have a corner store, but we live at the bottom of the hill, basically. So going to the corner store, you're walking at an incline. It's not a steep hill, but it's an incline, and then it levels off. Now coming back home is cool because you're walking down the hill, but going to the store, nah, I'm cool, and I'm not about to be walking up there. I used to when I was you know 20 pounds lighter. I would walk up there. Like my granddaughter, when she was over here last time, she was like, let's walk to the store. I was like, what store? For what? Shit. I don't want nothing up there. We Postmated. I ain't get nothing from that store. Girl, that's what Postmates is for. I wonder, can I Postmates, you can Postmate stuff from 7-Eleven, huh? Can you? Who know? Anybody Postmated something from 7-Eleven? Can I Postmate a blue? Yeah, but can I Postmate a blue though? Can they deliver that? They can't deliver that, can they? CVS don't have them though, do they? I don't think CVS carry vapes and stuff. Not the one out here. Yeah, you can get liquor. That's what I was thinking. If you can get liquor, you should be able to get anything, right? I know my husband gonna be like, you know what? You get on my nerves with these vape ass things. No, he ain't say nothing. He don't care. And I think that's one reason why I try to stay away from being addicted to certain things because my mom was an alcoholic. My biological mother was an alcoholic. That's one of the reasons why I don't drink because and my brother is an alcoholic, like real bad, just like my mom, just like her. And I never wanted to be I never wanted to be an alcoholic. I never wanted to be addicted to anything. And if I felt like I was getting, even coming close to an addictive behavior, I would drop that shit. The only thing that I can't drop is food. But I don't even feel like I'm addicted to food. I really feel like if I had a thyroid and my thyroid worked the way it was supposed to, because before I had my thyroid removed, I was not this heavy. Like I always been a thick girl, but not like this. All this didn't come on until I had my thyroid removed. That I don't care what nobody say. That when you have your thyroid removed, that messes up your entire metabolism. I really believe that was just the start of my physical health teetering was losing my thyroid. But yeah, I don't drink. I stay away from alcohol as much as possible. I have a glass of wine or something every now and then, but it is not often. Plus, I really take too many pain medications to add alcohol to the mix, because I feel like my liver is already doing enough. Why add alcohol? So I don't drink. Hey, Amber. Well, we've been on here for an hour, y'all. My little nosy butt about to go see if I can Postmates this blue thing. I sure am. That might be like, you can't get no alcohol. Dang, how did I get all that dirt up under my fingernails from just touching the plant? Gizmo, you want to come say hi? Huh? He mad at me because I had to put his lotion on his eczema today. And when I put the lotion on his eczema, I have to clean his feet first. So that means that I have to put him in the sink and wash his feet real good and make sure that they're clean. And then I, dry him off real good and just, let him sit for a while so that I know that it is dry completely. And then I put his eczema lotion on his hands and feet. And so he got an attitude because he had to get his feet washed today. So he's really not talking to me. Even though I gave him a treat after I did it, anytime I do anything to him that I know he don't like, I always make sure I give him a treat. So I gave him a treat, thinking, okay, well he ain't gonna be mad. He mad. He got an attitude, so he ain't talking to me right now. But I'm gonna take him out to the bathroom, let him pee, and then we probably gonna go and take a nap or just chill out for a while. I take my medicine and just chill out for a little while. I need to cut my hair. Y'all see my little sides is growing back. This stuff grow back so fast. I could barely tell where my little mohawk's supposed to be. So I do need to cut my hair. Cut my mohawk. Maybe I'll do that later before it really get out of hand. But it's already like a little mini afro. But my hair grows so fast. Yeah, yeah. You saw me give. He done had bacon twice because I had to give him a snack to make him get in that video. And then after the video, he went outside. He pooped, He came back in the house. I washed his feet, rested, gave him his medicine, gave him another piece of bacon. So he didn't have two bacons today. Essie didn't put the clock up, y'all. It's time to go. Okay. Essie was like, "Get the hell up out of here. I'm ready to go now." Okay, Essie. I'm gonna have to send I'm gonna have to send Essie a package too. Cause that's my girl. Essie is my official timekeeper. Okay. She gonna up put them clocks up. It's time for her to go. Shit. I got things I gotta do. I gotta cook dinner. Cause she'll sit her ass up here and talk all day long. Let me put these clocks up so she can leave. I love y'all. Okay? Seriously. Y'all make my day. Y'all just don't know it, but y'all really make my day. And I'm finna go and put my feet up for a while. I might come back later. Who knows? I don't know. If I feel like it, I will come back later. Essie said, once you say ready, she ready. And that's what I need. I really do. Because once I see it, I know it's real. Because I'll say I'm ready and just keep talking. But once you put them clocks up there, I'll be like, up, let me go. Time to go. All right, y'all. I will see y'all. Maybe see y'all probably about 9 o'clock or 8:30, somewhere around there. If I decide to come back, it'll probably be around that time. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Love you. Bye.